Welcome everyone. I have the great pleasure today to be with Justine Henin, who is a former number one worldwide as a tennis player, of course. I think that you had 117 weeks as number one. Is it correct?
I don't really remember, but
Okay.
it must be good.
At least that's what ChatGPT says.
All right,
So
that's good then.
that's the reality. So basically, you won 7 Grand Chelem, and you had really a great career. You have been known for being really elegant on the court, but also having a crazy backhand and the fighting spirit as well, right? Is that?
That's right. That's correct.
It's a good
Yeah,
summary?
I-
Okay,
I
great.
think so.
So I think that you have just not just, you have transitioned from tennis player to now entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And lately you just have like comment the US Open.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
During
yeah,
a
that's
couple of
right.
weeks. How was it? How was it to basically comment something that you won 2 times on top?
Yeah, it's always fantastic because I keep the love of the game and the passion of tennis. I stopped 2011, so that's really seems a long time ago now. But I have the chance to stay connected to the game. We will speak about my academy, and to commentate. It's a different position. So we don't go on tournaments. We commentate from Paris, from the studio of Eurosport. I don't miss really the world of tennis, but I miss always a little bit of tennis. So being in Paris, working in a team and commentate a game that I love so much, I have a different look. It gives me a different perspective on tennis. It's less pressure, that's for sure. But when you have a lot of people and not so many people listening, you want to do, of course, a good job and try that it remain also that everyone can understand what we talk about. So that's a new challenge. I love it. I do it for a couple of years already, and that gives me the opportunity to stay connected to something I really love so much. Yeah.
And since you stopped playing as a tennis woman, you transitioned. So you had the academy.
Yeah.
You're a commentator as well.
Yeah.
Can you talk a bit about the academy?
Well, the academy is going to be 20 years next year. I started the academy while I was still playing. I was number one. I wanted to give sense to my career, to everything I learned.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it was really clear that I want to be in a project that I could give back. And 20 years, it's a long adventure. It's a human adventure. Really giving the opportunity to kids and teenagers to develop themselves through tennis. So of course, we speak about performance, some of them, and we worked with young players that became champions, especially on the women's circuit, and that was amazing that we were able to live that adventure with them. But most of the kids that we work with will not be professional, and we see tennis really as a possibility to grow up, to learn, to develop themselves. So for me, it's really education through the sport, about values of the sport, and that gives a lot of sense. So this is important, and behind that, I also manage the academy. That was a big challenge for me to come from being a tennis player to manage the academy. It's completely different position, but being on the field and working with the team and knowing every aspect of not my business, I don't like to say that, but to the project was really important for me, because for me it's important. It's more than a name. It's about what I want to put in my project in terms of values and convictions, and so I'm there every day, and I love it. Yeah.
And then, I mean, you talked about pressure. It's less pressure. Yet, what's basically the big challenge? Moving from sport to entrepreneurship.
It was a big challenge, and I think it took me probably 10 years to really understand how different it was, and how I learned, and what were my next challenges to go to the next step in my activities. The main difference is as an athlete, especially in individual sport, it's all about yourself. We have a big ego. We are on the court, and we have a team, of course, around us. A couple of experts, people that you build a lot of things with, and I didn't succeed alone. Very important. We will speak about that a little bit later also. But at the end, everything is done that you succeed, you perform, that you feel well, that I didn't have to think about the others around me. They had to think about me to help me to perform. So we have to be a little bit selfish into this, even if, of course, we share. And it's a big human adventure, but at the end on the court you are alone, and everything is on you. When I started to manage the academy, I understood that even if I thought, and I wanted to be in control of everything, because it was the way I did for a long time, I understood that at the beginning I was doing everything by myself. We're not a big team, but then I understood how I had to change to really also give the project the possibility and the sustainability. Put them in conditions that they could really lead the activities and make it a success, and try to be more leader and inspiration, and to manage them in a different way that I had to manage myself when I was on the court. So there was it is a huge experience, but I'm happy the way I did, and everything I understood, but it was completely different to what I did on the court and in my career.
And I said it in the introduction, you were known for being really extremely into fighting spirit.
Yeah.
It was something that was really strong. If today you think about entrepreneurs, you know that it's extremely important to fight for your business and to handle the pressure. Do you have any advice for them that might be here in the room?
Well, I'm not sure I would have advice, but I understand all of them, all of you that want to create and to be entrepreneurs. I think it's fantastic to dare. It's fantastic to take that opportunity and to give also that opportunity. Pressure is going to be all the way. That's for sure. But we like pressure also. If we want to do this, it's because in a certain way we like challenges. We want to prove things. We want to dream big in a certain way. And we want to give the best of ourselves. And of course, it's not easy every day. It's true that in my character, I don't give up, almost never. And I'm sure that most of you, it's the case, because even if we win, if we lose, if we succeed, if we fail, the next day we go back to it. We always have the choice, but in a certain way, I think we like it. And pressure is everywhere. Before a match, if I have to give maybe some things that I use to handle the pressure, it's normal that we feel that pressure, but I think that we can rely on all our preparation, on all our hard work, on all our discipline, because we are prepared for this. We come into a match, we come into a negotiation, we come to a challenge, and we worked for it. And I think it's very important. The more we are prepared, the more the confidence is there. It doesn't mean that we have the control of everything, and the pressure is there because we don't have the control of on everything. But the more we are prepared and the more we know what we can rely on, I think the best in the good position we are to go and to fight. It was on the court for me. It's a different perspective today, but it's the same. And also what helped me a lot to succeed when I was feeling a lot under pressure, I had my routine of visualization, and I still use it a lot. But before the matches, I knew that, so I was prepared, but my opponent also was prepared, and she wanted to do the same thing as I did want to do, is to fight, to have a tactics, to give trouble to me. I wanted to give trouble to her, and on this I didn't have control. My plan was ready, and so I was trying to visualize 20 minutes, 30 minutes before the match, really trying to use the visualization only on positive aspects, because so many before a big moment, so many questions can come and really can give trouble to what we think at that time. And we need to be clear. When our mind is clear, I think we succeed, we perform better. And so I was really trying to get focused on what I wanted to do, to put in place on the court, on my tactics, and the fact that I was succeeding on the court. So winners with my forehand, good serve, coming to the net, being aggressive, even saying thank you to the crowd at the end of the match. In part of my mind, I always knew I could fail, of course, because that's always a possibility, and we know it. But how we can give the possibility to ourselves to succeed also, for me, visualization, positive visualization, I think helped me a lot to handle the pressure. And I think also that we are not alone into this. No? We have a team, and we're in the ups and downs, because it's part of the process. We have to understand that we are not alone, and who we can trust and who can support us. And for me it was the case, because I lost matches, sometimes really tough matches that I lost. It's part of the process. And the support of the team at that time is very important, because when you challenge yourself, you can succeed, you can fail. And support of the team and capacity of analyzing what we went through, I think is something really, really important.
And you talked about the ego. You know, in sport, we talk a lot about ego, because I think it's important to have a bit of ego. I think in business is the same. Do you think that, having your ego number one, player of the world, etc., helped you as well? And how does it affect the business?
I think we need it. But when I was a little girl, when I was 5-6 years old, and I said I want to win Roland Garros, and and I want to become the best player in the world, I wasn't really thinking on that. I understood after what you need to go there, but it's just the beginning of the process. It starts with a dream. And that's a long process, of course, because you don't become number one from one day to another. Some people believe that you are crazy to dream that you want to become number one, and some people believed really I was completely crazy to have that dream and then that ambition, and then the process is of course very long. But about the ego, I always take the example of Serena Williams, because she is the biggest women's tennis player that we had in the history of the game. What she brought to the game in terms of mental toughness was something really amazing. She is the best I had to play against in that aspect. And I always explain what I felt when I was playing against her, but also all the matches I saw from her. Sometimes Serena could play very, very badly, but really very badly, playing so many mistakes, and you need a lot of humility to accept that, okay, you don't play the way you want, and you don't give the show that you want to give to the crowd, and you want to do better, but it's the situation. You don't play well, and you have the right not to play well, because you cannot be at your best all the time. So humility, but also the ego that say, I'm not playing well, but I'm going to find a way, because I want to get out of the court as a winner today. I want to win that match, have another opportunity to play better and to win and to move forward in a tournament. So I think you need both. Humility, because what we have today, we're not sure it's going to happen again, and you're not sure you're going to succeed the day after. You have to start again and again, and you all know that. But also ego to say, okay, that's not what I want to show, and now I'm going to find a way, no matter how it happens, but I'm going to find a way to give myself another opportunity to give a better show to the crowd.
Yeah, it's funny, you know, I'm pretty sure that if people in this event have the same age as me, in the same generation, they probably remember Roland Garros, you know, when it was during the exams. So we probably failed some exams because of you.
I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
And
we're probably more stressed because of your match. I think that we've seen the resilience many times. We've seen you, like, sometimes you were like losing your match, and then at once, boom, you were completely exploding. Do you say that in business as well? Do you say, like, okay, in the academy sometimes maybe it's really difficult because of competition, because of anything, I don't know, and then you have to be resilient, and by having that fighting spirit and etc., you can really face that?
But I think it's in sport, it's in our business life, it's in our private life also. That we go through ups and downs, and the reality of today, as I said, is not the reality of tomorrow. And my coach was always telling me, don't expect anything, but be ready for everything. And that was my state of mind. Again, preparation, discipline, everything, but be ready for anything that can happen. And about the resilience, I don't know how we can work on this. Of course, we need it when we go through this kind of adventures. We need that, and I built mine also in my story, in my education. And I always come back, always speak about the way I grew up, because the way we built us when we are a kid. I mean, that creates a lot of things for the future. And sometimes life brings on the way things that make you stronger. I lost my mother when I was 12. Of course, I didn't ask for this, but it happened, and I had to deal with it, and I had to adapt myself to that situation. And I always, in every situation in my life that I went through, positive, but especially negative situation, I always try to what can I do from them. And it's not, I have a strong character, I'm probably lucky for this, but I always try to find a positive way to use any experience to get better the day after. So it's a little bit in my character, but also I think we can learn and develop ourselves on the resilience with different aspects, because this I couldn't control, but I think the way we learn to get out of a comfort zone and to push ourselves a little bit further than what we know, a bit further than what is comfortable for us. Yeah, of course, it's a life that we have to make a lot of sacrifices to make us a little bit stronger. There is a possibility to work on that, but also life teach me different things. And today I'm very demanding in my activities. That's for sure. People always say it's great to work with me, but it's also tough to work with me, because I always want more and go a little bit further. That tomorrow we learn a little more than what we know today, but I will not change myself. That's for sure.
Can imagine. You talked about your coach. I think that tennis is a kind of lonely sport. You're alone on the court, but at the same time you have the team. Can you talk a bit about how you build the team around you? You had Carlos, your coach, and then I think more than that.
Yes, even if the way we build teams 20 years ago is completely different as the top players have today, because it's a real business around the players. They have 10, 15 experts. And also it depends time. A lot of things change in 20 years, of course, and that's normal. And also it depends of the personalities of the players. I never like to have too many people around me. I understood that it would be more things to manage. So there was Carlos, there was a fitness coach, but not traveling all the time. I had a physio that traveled more at the end of my career, because physically it became more difficult at that time. And there were nutritionists, of course, and doctor, and all the medical team, as you can imagine. Not everyone was traveling, but the way we were building the team, it wasn't really too hard to inspire and bring people, because when you talk about sport at a high level, I think it's easy to find people that want to be part of it, because we are very lucky that we can live a human adventure, very powerful, but also it's a life that the emotions and the adrenaline, but the emotions with the crowd especially, and what we can share together, even if I don't know these people that are in the crowd, but we share something powerful. And so for the team, I think it was great for them to be part of it, but you need to choose the right people. So of course there was the expertise, and that was really important, to have the right people around me, but also that you feel comfortable in your environment. And the way I was feeling with them, the right distance, that everyone knew their role. I think that was really important, and I have to say it has been pretty natural and pretty easy to build the team, and also at the end it was bigger than just my dream. It was really being together, you know, giving sense to what I was doing on the court and the emotions we could share, and the emotions I could try to give to a lot of people. That was the sense of what we shared together. So yeah, my team, I'm really grateful to what they did. It's a lot of sacrifices too, but we know why we do it. Huh? Yeah.
Indeed, indeed. So I think I still have plenty of questions, but it's time for the Q&A. So I will let the audience maybe ask the questions. Do you guys have the questions? Guys? Give me your phone, I will do it. It's fine. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. So, the first question is about your ex-competitor, Kim Kleisters. So, asking about the competition. Did it help you to go up, to be against each other at the same moment and at your prime at the same moment as well?
Well, I think it is the reason why probably I became number one, and why she became number one, and then I became number one after her again. That was great. I feel lucky and really grateful for this. We need concurrence. Huh? We all, in everything we do, we need to push ourselves, and in a healthy way. I think Kim and I, we don't connect a lot today because we have she lives in the States. We are in different type of activities. But if she arrives today, we're going to be so happy to see each other. We know what we went through together.
Yeah, together.
And of course, on the court, when we became, because first time we played each other, she was 8, I was 9. And then we played so many matches in competitions where we were young, and then on the tour when we became professional, and the pressure was huge because two players from Belgium, number one, number two, in terms of media, it was even if in Belgium it's not too much a problem, but still. There was a lot of pressure, a lot of concurrence, sometimes in our entourage. But Kim and I, we always took a bit of distance with that, and trying to keep what was positive about that. So when she was doing results, I was looking at her a lot, observing the way she was working. She was doing the same with me. And what was fascinating is that we have two complete different personalities, completely opposite. And we have also a lot of common points. And all this, I think, inspired each other a lot. So I'm not sure I would have had this career if she wasn't there.
Without her.
So we can look at others, we can get inspired by others. I think it's really necessary to not to compare ourselves, but to really feel and see what we can take from that to get better. So concurrence in this way
can be sane.
helps a lot. Yeah,
indeed. There's a good question here. We see a lot of players calling out mental pressure, an issue in tennis nowadays. Did you experience the same? And if yes, how did you overcome it?
Well, the mental issues, in a certain way, it was also
present
over
at that
there
moment,
when I was playing. That's for sure. It's everywhere. But I think today in our society we can speak more free on that. We can say more easily that not everything is easy, and that maybe we need some help, because we always had a lot of experts to work on the body, and now we also have more experts to work on the mind and the balance. And I think it became probably more difficult. It is probably more difficult to be a player today than it was 20 years ago, even if the calendar, because we talk about the calendar is very intense. It was the case already. We didn't question so many things, I think, 20 years ago. We question more things today, and probably it's good, but we speak more free. I think also that in tennis there is more and more money, and that changes also the situation. So more solicitations, and today more communication, more image, more of this, more of social media. When you are an athlete, you have to choose also where you want to put your energy, because when you go week after week, when you train a lot every day, you need to take care of your body, and you need to take also some distance. And I'm happy. For me, it was really question of how I can balance that, and I cannot make everyone happy. And sometimes I have to say no, even if it's no to my agent, because he wants me to sign a lot of things, and that's his job. But where are our priorities? That's always the question at the end. So, but I had also some issues with that, because in my personal life a lot of things were happening at that time, and sometimes you are just you are a human being. You need to take care of yourself and take a step back, and to take the right to do that. I think it's really important. Yeah.
Thank you. So I think we'll take one last question. You said that it all started with a dream, and some people thought that it was crazy to have such an ambition. How did you keep confidence in yourself in the beginning of your career? That's a deep one.
I'm going to try to be quick on that one, but it's not so many people believed that I could make it. I remember I was too small, I was too fragile, and then my mom passed away, so mentally it would be too hard for me to. There were so many people thinking that I wouldn't be able to do that. I understand. Probably my parents, they were scared a little bit about all my investment, all my sacrifices. But so many people didn't believe. I always kept it in myself deeply. And then I met Carlos when I was 14. And he saw me, and I will always remember the first discussion, the first time we worked together. When we are a teenager, it's an important time to meet people. I mean, parents, but also mentor, different people that can help you to understand that you have qualities, you have a potential. Carlos told me it was the right timing also for him. So when you meet the people is also a key. He had things also to prove at that time, and he said to me, I see your potential, and if you want to go 200%, I'm ready to go with you, and we're going to make it. And we started from the dream to build the vision, and then from the vision to build the goals, and then the strategies, and we had to make strong choices. I think also there was a key that sometimes choices are not easy, and we need courage to make strong choices, and I think that was the key for us. So the fact that I was that really deeply, and also because you don't do it alone, meeting the right people at the right moment, to trust the process with me, and to really connect to the vision at the same time with me. I think that helped me a lot. That's how I remained really into my project, I would say.
Justine, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for the inspiration. Thank you.
Thank you.